In Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, things start out rather routinely for former Jedi Kyle Katarn. After the events of the previous games, where he almost fell to the dark side, he has put away his lightsaber and become a mercenary for the New Republic. You go here, push this button, shoot that stormtrooper, you know, typical Star Wars stuff. At the end of the 5th mission, however, you receive a message from Jan, your partner.
Kyle, I've got some trouble here. Hey!
Jan?
Kyle, get over here!
What's wrong?
You hurry along to find out what the commotion is, when you see this guy, Dasan, capturing her. You don't need a PhD to realise what your next objective is. However, there's a twist in the tale.
You desire this woman? Come, take her.
Ah, Sith spit.
You use everything in your arsenal to try and defeat him, but as time wears on, it becomes more and more clear that you don't really stand a chance against this guy. No matter what tricks you pull, Dasan has an answer for all of them.
Enough of this charade.
This could easily have been a cutscene, but having you try to fight the boss helps confound the notion that it is you that can't defeat this guy, and you that gets tossed around like a ragdoll. And if all that wasn't enough...
On second thought, Tavion, kill her.
Kyle!
Jan!
This may seem like just another example of the woman in fridge trope, which I suppose isn't an unfair assessment, but I would say that it goes hand in hand with the boss battle to help define where Kyle Katarn is at this point as a character. He isn't about to set off on a typical adventure to save a damsel from a castle and be a hero, he just wants revenge. Pure and simple revenge. And you feel it as well. You want him to head back to the Valley of the Jedi and get his force powers back, and you rejoice when he finally retrieves his lightsaber, the main reason people picked up this game in the first place. There's a slight problem though. This was Dasan's plan the whole time. He just wanted to make you angry enough so that you would head to the Valley of the Jedi while he quietly followed, which would finally reveal its secret location. Again, this wasn't accomplished by some predictable cutscene you just had to sit and watch. This actually happened to you by showing you how weak you are and making you want more power in order to defeat him. It helps enforce the notion that anger, hatred and all that other good stuff leads to the dark side. Like I said, Kyle doesn't want the Force so that he can protect the innocent and save the galaxy. He just wants to murder someone. And there are consequences to his and our desire for power. Many people complained that you should have had the lightsaber from the start, and that the FPS aspect of the game was rather weak. And while I wouldn't necessarily disagree, I do think that the game does a great job at making Kyle's lust for power seem genuine. Everything up until this point in the game could have been covered in a cutscene and just have us jump straight into the lightsaber action, but the game would have suffered for it. The sequel to Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy, gave you a lightsaber right from the get-go, and while the gameplay is as fun and chaotic as ever, the story was incredibly poor. Despite attempts to make you care about the characters and feel their plight, it all comes off as incredibly predictable and uninvolving. We're only ever shown certain character traits in cutscenes. You never really feel it. There are no personal stakes involved. Near the end of the game you're asked to make a moral choice, but there's no passion involved in your decision. The only thing affecting your choice is what ending do you want to see. This short sequence was more involving than all of the cutscenes in Jedi Academy put together. Jedi Outcast was by no means the first game to use the unbeatable boss trope. There are some fantastic examples of it in the past, and I also doubt it's going anywhere anytime soon. Though if this isn't one of the very best examples of the trope, it's definitely up there. The theme of power for its own sake, and its consequences, are felt in both the gameplay and the story. Sure, it's a bit of a shame that Kyle's inner turmoil is more or less hand-waved away halfway through the game, but it doesn't detract from how great this level was. Though if you want to skip all that mushy story stuff, you can just use cheats to turn on God mode and unlock all the powers early on. In which case, Dasan will... well, he'll still beat you up, but now he'll do it forever. Oh, I got him!